There is a major problem coming for the Austin area, and this article actually starts to spell it out, even though it doesn't say it. So Realtor.com just put out this article showing that of the top 10 cities, Austin is number 5 in new construction. So this article out is talking about where buyers can find new construction homes. Basically, it says, look, the Austin market's 452, median price right now. But if you look at Austin, that's the MSA. So that's all the areas around Austin. Let me cut in here real quick. So throughout this video, I make a lot of really big, just overarching look at the new construction issue and the Austin economy. So stay tuned for the end of the video because I make some really good points about things happening with new construction that weren't happening before. So definitely stay tuned for that. And Austin's going through this donut effect right now where everybody's leaving the city center and going out around areas like they're going to Cedar Park, they're going to Leander. In fact, Leander slipped on the #1 list this year, so people are moving to other cities. So Leander is now 13 on the top list. This list shows 35,000 new builds are being built, and that's between new construction on, that's not even multifamily, 35,000 units on new construction, that's condos, that's homes. And when they're saying that 452 is a median, but 452 is really not the median. In Austin, it's actually 518, but the MSA is 458 But number 5, what's interesting about this and why I think this is so important is that if you actually look at that number, 35,000 units, it's far exceeding any other market. No other markets on this list hit. 19,000 is pretty much the highest on this list, and that's Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, why is this a big issue? Well, there's a few things, and I want to go through it in this video. Hi, by the way, Jeremy Knight, your favorite Austin realtor. Yes, I'm a realtor that actually talks about the things that matter and not just go buy a home. This information today maybe might help you decide to either buy or not buy a home. You tell me in the comments section. Here's what's really interesting about this. Rental rates are falling. Why are rental rates falling? Well, this article on Crane Watch says that there roughly 18,000 multifamily units were built during first 9 months of 2023. In the third quarter alone, production nearly doubled compared to the same period of 2022, from 3,996 to 7,500 units built. But that huge increase in supply has led to a decline in occupancy rates, which fell roughly 89% in the third quarter from 92%. Well, here's what's interesting about that. If we actually look at this chart right here from apartment rents right here, it's saying that the Austin rental rates, and I haven't even got to all the good stuff, the Austin rental rates have declined year over year 5.4%. But according to this chart, Cedar Park has dropped 6%, Georgetown 7.1%, Kyle 6.8%, Leander, which remember a minute ago I said slipped on the list, Leander 10.1%, Pflugerville 4.2%, 8.2%, Round Rock and San Marcos down 2.9%. And what's also interesting is this article by KView. It says, in Austin, Texas, there's good news for renters. The average price rent right now is $1,603, down from $1,742. Occupancy rates have dropped to 90%, the lowest since 2009, indicating a cooling in the rental market. The shift is partly due to the massive influx of new units, around 60,000 under contract, almost 20% of current inventory. Half of these will be completed within a year, including affordable and student housing. The surge in new housing is leading the increase in incentives. However, the high construction activity, some property owners might face challenges in refinancing, selling without a loss. Areas like Williamson County, North Central Austin, and others are expected to grow. What's pretty amazing to me is this is South First right here. All along South First is new construction just like this, all the way down. So all these new apartment buildings being built all the way down South First. If I actually drove you down South First to show you how many new apartment buildings are being built, it's crazy. I live out in Dripping Springs, and out in Dripping Springs, there's like 4 that I can think of new like luxury apartments. What's pretty interesting is that even though all of this doesn't sound that great, and you're saying, Jeremy, that means that the housing market's going to crash. Well, Before we get to there, let's talk about a pretty important stat. The Austin Business Journal met with some economists. The economists are saying that the Austin market is going to see a pretty strong economy. They're projecting between 2 and 5% GDP, which during the pandemic, we were at 10% GDP. They actually have a positive outlook, according to the article on the Austin Business Journal. One thing to note, though, is that the unemployment rate in Austin has come down. It was around 3.6 and has dropped back down. So we do see more jobs. One thing I didn't really talk about was the fact that Elon Musk is still really growing his footprint in Austin. So there's a lot of things that I could have gotten a little more detail on for you in this video about the Austin job situation. Stay tuned for another video where I really break down what's happening with jobs in the Austin area. Okay, back to the video. 35,000 units. There's about 9,800 homes on the market right now in the Austin area. And right now we're at 3 months of inventory on the market right now here in the Austin area. That's a lot of inventory. Out of the 9,800 homes on the market right now, 65% of homes on the market right now are vacant. Almost 40% are new construction. And on this channel, we've talked about over the last few months, we've actually talked about all the incentives you can get as buyers right now for new construction. But here's an interesting stat. So you're still saying, Jeremy, it sounds like the housing market's going to crash in the Austin area because rental rates have come down. We have a lot of homes being built in the Austin area. I think we're still overbuilding quite a bit. There's a lot of multifamily that's driving down rental rates, but that means, Jeremy, that it's all going to come crashing down because everywhere you look, there's new construction. Everywhere you look. But here's what's interesting is that U-Haul actually said in a recent article that Austin was top 5 areas in the U.S. of where people move to. And of all the states, Texas was number 1 where people move to. The other day when I did a video talking about Ivy Zellman was talking about the housing market in 2024. We're going to see about a 1% positive gain. In 2025, we're going to see about a 2% as a whole, not Austin, okay? She was saying it's getting more affordable. With interest rates dropping a little bit, now she was saying interest rates will probably be mid-6s by the end of the year, depending on any crazy economic thing. And that's the same thing the Austin article said about what was happening with the economy. It said, barring anything crazy happening in the economy. But Austin is becoming slightly more affordable. On top of that, with the new tax laws, taxes have actually come down on a lot of properties, making buying a home slightly more affordable than what it was. So I think will see some of these people that were renting go out and buy. And you're going to see some of these people get really, really good deals. With the amount of inventory on the market right now, if I was a buyer, I would be in the market, I would be negotiating. What's been tough for me as somebody who likes to invest in homes and buy investment properties, it's been really, really hard to invest in 2023. I'm actually seeing a lot better deals in the market. Now, I'm not telling you to go buy a home. I'm just telling you what I am seeing. I am seeing more deals. In fact, I had an investor reach out to me the other day, say, hey, Jeremy, look, I want to buy a property. I want it to make sense. I want to buy a home in the 325 range. What's crazy is you were not able to find a home in the 325 range last year. It was so hard. So I found her an investment property for 325, 20% down. It actually made a heck of a lot of sense on this property, even with a 7.49 interest rate on this specific one. So there are, I think, opportunities. So I think you will see some more affordability. So some of the things that I saw last year with new construction was that these builders were offering a ton of incentives. In fact, I'm still in my email getting emails that builders are offering 4.5% or a lot of other incentives. In fact, I have a couple investor clients looking at new construction right now. And this is a point that I failed to make in this video that I really wanted to make here. Is I actually have investor clients buying new construction. I have a lot of buyers buying new construction right now, and we're getting really good deals on interest rates, and we're negotiating a lot. In fact, better than what most people would get on their own. So I really want to make the point that new construction, there is a lot of new construction, but there's a lot you should know about new construction. And really, there's some deals that you should be trying to get if you are buying new construction this year. But the big question and the big concern that I have in 2024, and this might go beyond 2024, we have a lot of inventory in the market right now, over 3 months inventory. And we have a lot of people that pulled their home off the market last year going to put their home on the market. We have a lot more people going to put their home on the market. What I'm saying to you, I'm not saying to go buy a home. I'm saying 2024 might be a really good year to get a good deal, is what I'm saying. I'm not going to say that home prices are going to go up a lot, but what I'm saying is more inventory, more new construction. The Fed saying that it's going to be hard to cut rates, but they do want to cut rates. And if we do see rate cuts over the next few years, this could have been the best time to buy, as rates will come down. And I talked about Ivy Zellman, about what she said. We'll see this year if these builders stop building, if they slow down building. It could be. You know, we have clients right now, as of today, like as I'm filming this, going to new construction, and we're writing offers well below list price. So I feel like some of the work during the COVID era wasn't the greatest on new construction. I hope it's getting better, because if you look behind me right here, that balcony looks like crap. I wouldn't trust that balcony. In fact, I hope that balcony gets replaced. It's one thing I noticed while standing here. All right, you tell me, are 2024 going to be the best year for buying, investing, or getting a good deal? If you're a buyer in this market, interest rates are coming down a little bit. Is this going to be the year that you try to get a good deal on a home? Now, I'm not telling you to buy a home. Everybody in the comments always just, man, Jeremy, just a realtor trying to tell people to buy homes. I gave you a lot of details, a lot of information. You tell me what's going to happen. We'll hear from you in the next video.